Alrighty, hello. Welcome to the Beer League chat. Glass Crab, welcome. Congrats on your win last week. And I don't know. Player of the week for week 4, I think, goes to Asuna. ADC for Ka. Had some really great games. I forget exactly what his KDA was, but in game 1, he went 24-15. Game 2, 11-4-6. And in the final game 3, 12-0-15. So that's what you'd like to see from your ADC. Just getting into the draft right away for NSF and PSS or PIS. Fiddlesticks, Swain, and Jinx gonna be banned away for Pyroman's sloppy seconds. Fiddle's really good jungler. Swain, I don't know. Some people think that Seaman and Moss plays Swain. I don't know why. And Jinx is just standard Beer League ADC ban. And then PSS is going to ban out Senna, Smolder, and Nocturne. Nocturne is the jungle for NSF one trick, so that's why it got banned out. Jin's going to be picked up first for Bromstein at ADC, and that's going to be countered with an Ivern and a Sivir. And then Danny going to be going back to mid lane, playing her Nico, and Amumu is going to be locked in for the Nocturne player. Mel's going to be picked up in the mid by Seaman and Moss to counter Nico and see how that goes. And then PSS is going to ban both Gwen and Set away from Lynch Draco. He's pretty good on both those champs, so I think that's why banned it away. And then Not So Free is going to ban out Ornn and Camille, most likely because that's some comfort for Ched. And Ched's going to pick up Dr. Mundo. In the top lane, JWM will be playing Bard, and Lynch Draco is going to counter the Mundo with an Urgot. And Onyx is going to be playing Pantheon support. So let me make sure I get some game things ready because I don't want to spoil what happens for anybody that may be watching. So as we get into game number 1, see how it goes. Let me switch over to the test stream. Something is getting captured and picked up. There we go. Awesome. Alright. Zoom in a little bit more. We do have the ever so awesome overlays. So, in cast mode, since we're just getting into the game, I don't think that there's an invade that happens. So we can just look at the runes for the players. Pretty standard across the board. Bromstein does really enjoy Dark Harvest Djinn. Electrocute on Bard is just to put out that damage, so I kind of like that. Everything else pretty straightforward. So without further ado, let's just get into the game. I don't know which member of PSS did not press Utifist there, but not cool. Not cool. Both junglers going to be starting on the same side as one another. Kind of be expected. Top lane, just a whole lot of nothing to start. Mundo can't really do all that much as far as I know, but I know nothing because I play mid lane. I don't know, I was going to say both bot lanes are probably going to be fighting the most for this game. Bard already proccing Electrocute to take Sivir down pretty low. At half health. than that, not too much going on. Bromstein down a little bit of CS, but I think he's going to be picking it all up right here. But obviously, whenever you do have a Sivir, farming is going to be pretty easy. Just throw out a nice Q and W, and everything's going to be all alright. Just have to last hit, and that's really it. Simon Moss getting some good damage down on Danny, as well as Lynch Draco onto Ched on the top lane. Both junglers just full clearing. Urgot's going to put a nice ward down, making sure that the Ivern can't invade or can't gank so freely, but we'll see if anything can get played off right here. Got some shielding onto Ched. And Urgot's just going to walk away from that gank like it's nothing. Some more farming. Looks like Ivern's going to be looking for another gank up in the top lane. Said he's going to reconsider and just clean up his drugs. Or he's going to dance around. Not really sure what he wants to do at this moment. Onyx going to be going in onto Bromstein. Bromstein's just going to walk away. No Ignite being used by the Pantheon. And Amumu is on the bottom half of the map. Could be looking to invade. Pantheon going in without a Sivir in the area. He should be taking some damage there. Ched is hoping to walk away. Just do whatever Mundo does and go wherever he pleases. Oh, and Mumu with the flash Q. I think he did an E first before he Q'd, and that kind of looked a little iffy. Simon Mas, again, getting some more damage down on Danny Phantom. Has a decent CS lead as well. And we do have a gank by the Ivern coming into the bot lane. Pantheon is pretty low, but I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue or not. Nice root from Ivern. Pantheon, unfortunately, going to waste that flash as Bard just goes right through the portal. Good stun up coming by the Bard and Jhin bot lane duo. First blood being given to JW. I'm going to use that Ignite just to secure it as well. Look to the teams. Hernandez teaches. We've got Ched in the top lane just for you. So you can cheer him on. You can critique his gameplay. Anything that you'd like. You can critique that Q if you'd like. Anything that makes you happy. Looks like Not So Free will be getting the first dragon of the game. There is a good chance that it doesn't show up on the HUD, but that's whatever. 8 PM coming in to help out Ched, and Urgot is just unlucky right there. Ched evens it up in the top lane for the team. He gives himself a 300 gold lead, which, you know, if he wants boots, he can do that, but no, Mundo just wants to stack some health. Alright, so first dragon did go down to Not So Free, even though it's not showing. It did happen. Oh, Ched is going to be hit by the Urgot ult. One thing that Urgot doesn't know, though, is that just pops off the passive, so Mundo cannot be sucked in for the kill. Bard doing what Bard does best. It's Roman time up in the top half by your support. What's he doing? He's just collecting chimes. and annoying the jungler for PSS. Mumu should be able to collect the top Scuttle Crab, as Jin is going to be kept from his wave, but I'm not sure if the side PSS was actually pushing it or not. Looks like we might have a 2v2 in the top side, although Daze is up here, so it's going to be a 3v1 until the Mumu can arrive. And hopefully this kill does get gifted over to Ched. It does. He's sitting 2-0, up 600 gold at 8 minutes, so good spot to be if you're a Mundo enjoyer, or if you're just rooting for the Piss Boys. Seeming Namas gonna get rooted up, and a Mumu going somewhere where he should not be. Great roam timer by the Pantheon, just be up there, make sure your Ivern can get a little bit more easily. And Human Bane on the Sivir, farm up just for pressing QW, so not really in any danger in the bot lane. Ooh, that was kind of strange. I guess the E blocked the Q damage itself, but did not block the stun from Bard's Q passive. So that's pretty cool. Great to know. So Sivir's barrier is going to be forced out. Mumu's looking for a gank in the top lane. Not sure if Ched is aware of this or not. Looks like the answer is not. Brutal Moose gonna miss the bandage shots. He will hit the Mummy's curse or whatever it is. Curse the sad mummy. Lynch Draco is gonna eat up Ched. Get some of that gold back into his own pockets and still be down by 500 gold. But at least he's able to maybe get a plate or two here. Not sure if the Ivern's going to be able to stop him. Moss, what are you checking that bush for? Obviously, there's a JoJo there. You're not going to be getting out. Just found out that you can't reflect the Bard ult, so that kind of stinks. And Moss, you're going to get shut down by Danny Phantom. So, good chunk of gold going over to Danny in the mid lane. Dragon spawning in another minute. Grubs went over to the side of PSS, so if they are going to be split pushing with that Mundo, it's going to get all the more split pushing power for him. And I don't know, not too much going on this game. Yes, there are 7 kills in 10 minutes, but I feel like no one's really pushing any of the issues. No one's trying to go for a greedy 1v1 or anything like that. Bromstein's playing back, which is pretty smart whenever his support is not in the area. And it looks like we might be getting a fight down bot lane. Not really sure. Maybe we're going to get one in the mid-river. And Steven Moss doing his best to use his fancy feet, but it looks like he's just going to do his best to get killed by, who got that one? Danny Phantom. Another kill. 2 flashes coming through. One by Pantheon, another one coming in from Mumu, just for the heck of it. And this should be dragon number 2 going this side, not so free. Should be a pretty free dragon. Alright. Dragon number 2, even though there's only one shown, it's dragon number 2 going over to the side of not so free. So first turret as well as neutral objectives are up for the feats. And so far, no funny business really going on. Amumu is maybe going for a bit of a deep dive onto the Sivir. They know the Pantheon's just roaming around. Urgot doesn't know that there's an Ivern in the top lane though. Flash E as well. Good root coming in from 8 PM, and Ched gonna get his 3rd kill of the game. And yeah, PSS doing exactly what they need to do. Stay alive, scale a bit with everyone that needs to scale, like your Mundo. Let your Sivir just CS. Simunamas might be in a predicament here, but Brutamoose is not going to be thrown out the banish toss. He wants to stay safe. And I don't know, let's look at some stuff. Let's look at the graph, gold graph here. PSS, 2,500 gold lead at, what, 9 minutes? It's pretty awesome. It is dipping back down a little bit, as Not So Free was able to pick up a few kills in their favor. So we'll see if they can keep that up and make the comeback or not. Not really that they need to come back for anything. They're only down by about 1,000 gold, so still very early in the game. Let's see what's spawning next. Oh, Onyx going in a little bit deep. Not really sure why he's doing that. Simonos is going to TP in the bot lane. Bardolph going through, going down is going to stun up one. Redemption coming in from 8 PM. Barstein is going to kill the Pantheon. Simonos, not sure if he's going for a dive. Not sure if he's going back to the mid lane. I think the right play here is just dive the Jhin. Is all by himself. Ched and Lynch Draco going for some fights in the top side. And Jhin gonna pop the barrier just to die to Simunamas. Sitting at 3-2-0. Red team gets the first turret as well, so they are gonna secure feats of warfare this game. I mean, they did let him play some Ivern. It's going pretty well so far, but Brutamoose should be getting the Rift Herald in the top side. Lynch Draco trying to take down Ched. He's going to pop the ult. He's going to consume the Doctor. Get another kill. Lynch Draco sitting at 2-3-0. They are going to be able to pick up the Rift Herald as well, so Not So Free gets the free kill in the top lane, gets the free Rift Herald. I'm not really sure what Ched was thinking on that one. I'm not really sure what Danny Phantom's thinking. I know you want to get that turret down. I know you want that gold, but might not have been the best opportunity for you to do so. And Not So Free gonna get a turret of their own in the top side, so turrets are nice and even. JWM doing whatever he can to get some damage down, clear out the wave just a little bit, just so Sivir can't get some free damage on that mid turret. Collector picked up by Bromstein. And Dragon number 3 coming up in just 20 seconds. It may look like only Dragon number 1 in the HUD, but trust me, that is number 3. Mel and Nico just going back and forth, trading CS in the bot lane. And I don't know, this should be a free dragon for the Piss Boys. There's no jungler on the bottom half of the map for Not So Free. Is spending time on the top side. Looks like he wants to kill Ched, so we'll just pan up there because this should be a free dragon. There's nothing to worry about. So Ched playing up past his turret that isn't there any longer. Is no longer there. That's my bad. I can't word. Brutamoose gonna miss the banish toss, gonna hit The Curse of the Sad Mummy. Lynch Draco, he is going to be getting a kill. Loves to use his ultimate just to secure that, just for funsies. Bromstein on the gym, not able to collect an assist or a Dark Harvest proc, so feeling a little bit sad right there. Great Bard ult coming in just to make sure that turret doesn't take any extra damage. Seeing Moss rotating up into the top lane. Has Ivern following him. Not sure if they're going to be able to take down the Lynch Draco or not. Should be able to just run away. He does get stunned up though. He is pretty fast. He's going to blow the flash, get a nice little slowdown onto 8 PM as well. And, Brutal Moose going in there, I guess, to slow down the chase. Gonna also blow out the flash. So 2 flashes blown on the side of Not So Free. But if you live, you live, and you can say that's worth. Dandy Phantom gonna get a turret in the bot side. Ched looks to be going hunted. He is down 2 levels to Danny. Danny's going to be popping the ultimate. Lynch Draco is going to TPing into the bot tri-bush. And Ched did not expect to find a Mad Urgot there. I'm not sure how Lynch Draco missed that ultimate. But, you know, you miss 100% of the ults that you don't use. So that doesn't matter. Anywho, Lynch Draco sitting at 3-3-1, Ched 3-4, 8-8 in the kills. Not So Free with 1.3k gold lead in this 20-minute game. So it's been pretty back and forth. Bromstein gonna use the ult, just try and clear out that wave. Hopefully get some last ticks on that mid lane turret, but Moss gonna wave clear just fine. Alright, Danny Phantom just, she wants to push up in this bot lane, so gonna try and get some deeper vision. I think if I were her, I'd place that ward up a little bit higher, but also, like, if you have vision in that bush, I'm not sure if you need that ward just with the other vision that your team already has in place. Adacon is up and available. Not so sure if Not So Free is going to be going for it or not. Danny Phantom is going to be getting rooted up by the Mel, and she will be able to escape. Bromstein taking down that tier 1 mid lane turret. And gold lead is going to 1.6k. Dave Onyx might not be in the right spot. He is going to get queued up. He is going to get tossed around. And he's going to get taken down by Lynch Draco again. 4 kills for Lynch Draco. Blue team going to be starting up Adacon. Their jungle isn't there. But Team Piss doesn't seem to care. They're not going for the Adacon. They're not going to try to fight it. Instead, they're going to take down the Brutal Moose and take down that tier 1 as well. So Adacon going on the side of Not So Free. Getting that gold lead up to 1.1k. Bard ult coming through again. Bard's using his ults to just save these turrets like it's his job. And Chemtech Dragon gonna be popping in 30 seconds. So we'll see if anyone on the side of Piss wants to take a recall. And then pop back on the map. Lynch Draco, I just realized this. He's at 2k gold lead in the top lane, while his team just has a 1k gold lead. So if he's in the fight, they should be winning them. He's rather large, and Ched's in the top side. So who knows how this is going to go. We've got 4 for the side of PSS, 5 on the side of Not So Free. So lots just being thrown out at this Urgot and at the Nico clone. 3 wards in 1 bush. I think that's enough, but I could be wrong. Bard and Iron are trading back stuns and everything like that. Shed, meanwhile, is just pushing turrets in the top side. He is going to TP in, so look for a fight to break off rather quickly. Nico's going to be going in with her ultimate. Going to knock up a few. JWM going to help Bromstein take down the Sivir. Double kill coming in for Bromstein. Also going to be taking down Ched, but Simnamas is going to get a double of his own. Pantheon ulting through, but it's not going to be enough. Instead, he's just going to go down. And Simnamas should be dying here to Bromstein. He's actually going to reflect a shot. He's going to get a kill here as well. And he should be getting taken down. So triple kill for Simnamas. Make that an unofficial quadrant. JWM also going to get the shutdown on to Simnamas. So no dragon has been taken. Just 9 kills. You know. Why the heck not? So that was a fun fight. I kind of want to look at the gold graph just to see what it looked like in that fight. Yeah, still on the side of Not So Free. So everything's going their way. In the late game, yes, you might say that fight didn't go their way. But they still had someone alive. So you know what? Everyone's revived. Let's try this fight one more time. Oh, Smite coming through from Brutal Moose. He really wanted that Scuttle Crab. He will have Smite up in just 9 more seconds, so not a big deal. There are control wards in that pit. Brutal Moose is going to be fishing for a Q. And he is going to take it, but it is not going to be in time. Chemtech Dragon number 2 going over to the side of PSS. Lintraco and Nico both going in. Lintraco able to take down Onyx. Simnamas going to get the Amumu. Danny Phantom's going to be stuck in some place where she doesn't want to be. Simnamas got another kill. Bromstein getting hunted down by the Ivern and by the Doctor as well as Daisy. Not sure if he's going to be able to get a kill or not. Simnamas' ult's not going to do enough damage, but Ched is going to take down JWM. Looks like Bromstein was trying to just get a kill onto either the Ivern or onto the Sivir, but nothing to do. Baron is up and available. Dragons are at 2 apiece, even though you can't currently tell that. I don't know. Baron's just the next objective. It's up already. You do have a TP coming up soon for Ched. So look for him to maybe go bot lane. Not really sure what this boys are thinking at this moment. Danny has teleport, so that's why she's going to be pushing bot lane. Pantheon going to be trying to get some vision. Going to be getting caught out as well, looks like. So with the support going down, great ult coming through by the Urgot. This should be a Baron, but unfortunately Brutal Moose is on the bot side of the map, so won't be able to get it. Ched is going to be matching Danny in the bot lane. Both the teleport available. Wave clear is pretty good on the side of PSS, so not thinking that Not So Free can really take this Baron that easily. The problem for PSS is that they don't have vision on the pit. They don't know if anything's going on in there. Simnamas is going to check it out, get some damage onto Lynch Draco. This Baron is dealing a lot of damage to him as well. So Daisy's just going to walk in and see if they can do anything. Looks like Pantheon's going to be ulting through as well. Ched's going to take a turret before he's teleporting into the bots, into the jungle. Amumu going to take down both Sivir and Pantheon. He's going to be sticking onto that Baron, but The health bars for Not So Free are very low. Ched gonna get one. Seaman Moss gonna get another. Brutal Moose is gonna be going down as well. And it looks like Bromstein, sorry. He's gonna have to retreat all the way back. PSS gonna be pushing mid lane. Might be able to take that Baron, but looks like they're just gonna be going for the mid turret. Get that, wait for your ADC to recall, or revive. And go from there. Seaman Moss, 4k gold leading the mid lane. But I mean, Bromstein, 1k gold lead in his role. Ivern with 1k gold lead. Not sure if I see that every day, but I also don't play Ivern, so that could be why. Crest, there was a point where Ched was down by 2k in the top lane, so he was, in fact, getting gapped, but he made up for it. Alright, JWM doing his best Ched impersonation. Gonna be stuck between a Pantheon and Ivern, but nothing really gonna happen. He will be getting caught out here. But it seems just be a lot of trade, and Ched doesn't have teleport. Why is he walking top lane? That is true. He did stop fighting, and I think before the last 2 objectives, he took a turret, and then he finally teleported in. So that's what we like to see. Chemtech, Dragon coming in 30 seconds. Not So Free has some pretty good vision. The Piss Boys don't have great vision in this Dragon fight just yet. And we'll see what happens here. Looks like the side of PSS is just going to be trying to push their minion waves out before this fight. Always a good idea. Pantheon going to be going in onto the bar, but he's just going to get collected by the Jhin. Flash coming in from the Nico. The Amumu not really going to get anybody because he just hits Ched, but Ched, he's going to go wherever he pleases. Danny's going to get rooted up by the Ivern. Humbane getting another kill. And Seaman Moss going to block that last ult. What a teammate. This should just be a free dragon. Not really sure who's chasing and why. Flash coming in by Bromstein. Take down Ched, and Ched's going to fall. Not even going to get collected. Lynch Draco trying to lead the Piss Boys on a wild goose chase, and he's going to be taken down by Seaman Moss. Sivir's going to spell shield the Bard ult, but JWM, or Bromstein, is going to get a nice Dark Harvest proc. So it should be Dragon number 3 going over to the Piss Boys. 4k gold lead for them as well. Pantheon going to be coming in with the ultimate, taking down Bromstein with a solo bolo, as the Piss Boys are now 1 Chemtech Drake away from Chem Soul. Seaman Moss, he's got nothing to do, so he's just going to continue pushing in the bot lane. Doesn't have flash though. Keep that in mind. Baron is up and available. Looks like Pantheon's going to try and get vision again this time. Hopefully he doesn't die. And the Amumu is going to be spotted out in the bot lane. So will the Piss Boys just pull the trigger on this Baron? Doesn't seem likely. Okay. All that hope for nothing. Amumu still clearing out that bot wave. Not really sure why who's doing it, and no one else on the team is. But I know whenever I play, I don't know, any lane, you really don't want your jungler pushing on the opposite side of the objective at this point in the game. I don't know if Seaman Moss even upgrades this Dark Seal. I feel like he believes that there's some kind of curse with it, where as soon as he upgrades it, he instantly dies. So who knows? Who knows what he'll do? Alright, Ched is going in the bot lane. He knows his objective for right now. Just push Just deal damage to Danny Phantom. Slow her down. Danny is going to need a lot of assistance here. So Ched going to be flashing onto the Nico, hopefully to get him killed, but Rocket Belt going to be coming through. Lots of stun ups as well. So Ched is taking 4 with him. And this is going to be Baron startup for the Piss Boys. They're melting through. This TP coming through from Lynch Draco in the top lane. He doesn't have his ultimate available. Mumu is going to be coming. Might be a little bit late. And Piss Boys do take the Baron. Sivno Moss, Pantheon, and Sivir all going to get stunned up, but Sivno Moss, he's going to get taken down by Bromstein. Give over that free kill, but just not recalling the Baron pit. Goodness gracious. All right, 4v3 for the side of Not So Free. Make that 5v3. So they did a good job of clearing out 2 members of Pyro and Sloppy Seconds. Just lots of poke coming through. Trying to hold until Mundo and crew can join up. Draco taking turret shots just for fun. I gotta know how much health is on this turret. 17 health. That's okay. Someone might sneeze. Smolder Sneeze could knock that over. Alright, 4k gold lead for the side of PSS. Their soul is up in a minute 30. So we'll see if the game will be over by then, or if something happens. Will anything go wrong? Most likely, because they kind of suck this season. Oh, JWM, he's going to get caught out. Going to be forced to use his flash. Going to throw the ultimate down as well. And Ched is just walking around. Danny Phantom now going to go in perfectly timed Nico ultimate. But unfortunately, she's going to be falling down as well. Lynch Draco trying to pick up something. Bromstein going to get 1. But Sivir going to get another. Taking down the Urgot. Mumu going in. Not really sure what he's doing in there. 8 p.m. likes to take a lot of turret shots, so he's going to donate his kill over to the Amumu, and it looks like soon Moss will be taking down the Brutal Moose. Ched is just standing there menacingly, not really sure what Bromstein can do to him. And that is going to be game 1. Going over to the Piss Boys. That's a good job there. We're going to get into game 2 shortly, so let me just do a few different things just to make sure that everything is nice and kosher. Why do I have messages? There we go. Okay. And let's get into draft for game number 2, if I can find draft for game number 2. All right. So, remember, this is Beer League and not Beer League Fearless, so anyone that was picked in the previous game can be played in this game as well. So, Not So Free, gonna choose to stay on the same side for game number 2. And they're gonna ban out the Mundo, Mel, and Fiddlesticks. Mundo and Mel were just too much in top and mid lane, so I really don't hate that. I think those are both pretty smart bans. Fiddlesticks still gonna be on the ban board. And side of PSS just going to use the exact same bans: Nocturne, Smolder, and Senna. Yes, Senna did get nerfed, but it's a pick that Bromstein and JWM both really enjoy. And Not So Free, going to change it up. Not going to be picking Jhin, then instead going to pick the Jinx first overall. And that is a Beer League standard pick. So I like it here. Looks like PSS is going to immediately pick Swain, followed up by Pantheon. So 2 Pantheons, 2 games in a row. Let's see that Danny is going to be picking up Milio. You can tell it's Danny because actually Bromstein could also play it, but I feel like if Danny was going to be going elsewhere, we'd see the Nico. And Evelyn going to be picked up in the jungle. So you don't see this every day. We'll see how well it does. And Seraphine going to be picked up for PSS as well. Not really sure where it's going. We've got 3 supports on the side of PSS already. Gwen and Set, as well as Orin Camille, don't have talked about those bans because they're the exact same as the previous game. And PSS is actually going to be taking another support in the Rel. So 4 supports showing. That's it's pretty boring. And then Not So Free going to be picking up the Silas. Pretty sure that Swain is mid lane, so why not just take Swain's ult? Play it mid. Lynch Draco going with his pattern to Garen. And Ched on his Kled, we're going to see what he can do. He says that Kled is not a counter to Garen, even if all the other stat sites say that Kled does counter him. But you know, sometimes Ched is wrong. So let's try and get into game number 2. Oh no, wait. Is this gonna work? Yeah, nice, it does work. Fantastic. Alright, let's look into runes really quickly for both these teams. We have a lot of Conqueror on the side of PSS, and everything else is to be expected for Not So Free. Unfortunately, I can't reorder the champion tabs, so not my fault. Actually, I might be able to. Looks like the side of PSS is going to be going for an invade. They do have a Swain, so I don't see why not, because they also have a whole lot more CS. Swain's going to be flashing in, hits the E, and Rel getting the first kill. Didn't use Ignite, didn't use Aftershock, just last hits, because that's what carries do. Actually, let me see if this will reorder. Nope, that does not. Okay. Well, that's okay. For all intents and purposes, put Milieu where the Silas is, and put Silas where the Milieu is. There we go. Oh, wait, can I do this? I might be able to do something, team. Current game. Gonna try something out. So I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention to anything that's going on. Swain's just gonna miss a lot of grabs this game, I feel like. Nope, that didn't adjust it. Okay. Never mind, no worries. You're all smart people. Alright, so Rel with the first blood gold. Gonna be getting some boots. And Ched. Get a little bit of damage down mid lane. Really boring. Just lots of nothing really going on. Ched throwing out all the soaps on the ropes as his pokes. Danny family gonna get knocked up by the Rel. Good stun as well. Danny's just gonna kick the little E-girl away. Doesn't want her playing any E-girl games. JWM getting some good poke. Good fighting in the mid lane. See the Moss gonna miss another pull. But still getting decent poke down onto that Silas. As the Swain. I don't know, I'm pretty surprised. Oh, finally hits a pull. I'm pretty surprised that Seraphine's up by this much CS. Looks to be about 2 waves. I know that there are some crash in the bot lane, but I don't know, just seems like a lot. Anywho, let's go top lane, because I feel like kill's got to be coming there. So let's see if I can make it happen. And there we go. Lynch Draco going to put a ward down. He is going to get pulled back, so that flash was really all for nothing. Looks like APM going to get the kill there. Goes from Ivern to Pantheon, so now he's able to get some kills. Brutal Moose, not really sure where you're going, as well as Steven Moss. You are getting picked off as well. So Steven Moss goes down. Brutal Moose is going to be fallen as well. 2 kills going over to the Pantheon. And he's going to try to execute, and he will. So 3 kills already for the side of PSS in just 4 minutes. Alright, let's see. Rel hold this wave outside of turret for a little bit. Good play. Good wards coming down by the side of Not So Free as well. Just to make sure that Pantheon can't really get a nice gank into them. It looks like Pantheon's going to be looking to start up the dragon potentially. Yeah, so he has a decent lead over the Evelyn with having 2 kills on him. Romsden going to be taking it back here, so this will be a free dragon. And dragon number 1 going over to the Piss Boys. Swain, Silas is roaming. This is not good. I played both these champions and I am horrible with names. Steven Moss pinging like a madman. Doesn't know where the Silas is. Both mid laners are level 6, so this is pretty interesting. Both of them can have the Swain ult. Looks like Garen's getting a little bit mad, so he's just going to walk onto Ched and maybe hit the Demacia button. And there's some justice coming down. Lentraco just going to live. And he's not too afraid of the Pantheon. This Pantheon isn't level 6 yet, so can just spin to win, clear that wave, get a nice little recall off. And Silas is placing the ward down, making sure that he can't get ganked, but just means that he's not really sure where the Pantheon is. The ward placed on the bottom half. Rel going with the deep charge down, not really in the range. Gonna get kicked back by this Milio soccer ball as well. JWM gonna be popping the ult, gonna flash under the turret as well. Never mind, that's Suminamas that had a flash. And it's gonna be a living Suminamas. Not sure if APM is gonna be able to get this takedown or not. JWM feeling himself, does have Conqueror fully procced, is gonna get the takedown. JWM sitting at 2-0, getting pretty large. But Ched, ulting down mid. Someone's got to take down JWM. He's going to be forced to flash out away. He's still healing up. Ched's getting his takedown onto the board. Brutal Moose going to try his hand because mid lane, why not fight? Ched looking to remount. And Brutal Moose going to be in quite some trouble. Soap on the rope. Was that a good idea? Nope. Void Grubs could be going over to the side of PSS. Garen, I don't think he can fight in the 1v2 matchup. Just because of the AoE coming in from Swain and the CC that can come in from both Swain and Pantheon. So he's wisely just going to go back and push out that top wave. Horde Grub's going over to the side. PSS. Simeon Mas going to be using this ult on the Swain, as well as Seraphine ult going to be coming through. But Bromstein getting a little bit low. Human Bane just as low. All the ultimates coming through. Jinx didn't use her Super Mega Death Rocket just yet. So maybe feels like Seraphine isn't quite low enough. And Not So Free gonna just continue on pushing. TP coming in from the Seraphine as well as the Pantheon all behind Bromstein. Bromstein's gonna be forced to flash and Danny Phantom is gonna be falling. Silas gonna take the Seraphine ult, but not gonna be able to do anything with it. Chad's gonna get a plate mid and force JWM to TP back up there. Alright, Simeon at 69 CS. Pretty nice number if you ask me. Oh, now he's at 72. Human Bane. Doesn't get mentioned much by this caster, but he's doing everything that he needs to. He's up, what, 40 CS? Almost 37 to be exact. JWM gonna try and take this fight mid, but he forgot that Chad is a Kled main, and we do have a Rel coming in as well. The Abduct gonna come through and hit Kled, take him down. JWM, that nice 3-1-0. And we do have an Evelyn coming in for a gank, possibly in the bot side. It's gonna be matched by the Pantheon. Pantheon is gonna be charmed up. Danny's chasing as well on the Milio. We do have a lot of pings coming on through, so Rel gonna be trying to come through. Gonna use the ultimate. Brutal Moose gonna have to ult backwards. Seraphine getting the nice root there, but flashes, heals, everything coming through by the Milio. Unfortunately, Brutal Moose gonna go down. Danny Phantom gonna go down. Bromstein should be following next. Let's see if Onyx takes the kill. Gives it to 8 PM. There we go. He is learning. So Pantheon, Kled both sitting at 4, 2, and 3. So nice 1.4k gold lead for the Pantheon, 1.2k gold lead for the Seraphine. Not sure what the actual gold lead is in mid lane, but that just happens. Now Garen's proxying some waves. Dragon number 2 going over to PSS. So sorry that I missed that. Just was not paying attention to it. And yeah, I don't know. Almost 3k gold lead, 2.5k gold lead for the side of PSS. JWM going in for a fight. He knows that he has his jungler in the area. And Danny's just on ward cleanup duty right now. Doesn't really have anything to fight over. Someone's pinging Danny though. Not sure who. The Rel. Playing safe. Jinx really not one to move up. Not really sure where anybody is on the map right now. Now finally feeling comfortable. Not sure if Rel's actually here or DC'd. Hasn't moved in a long time. And there's the Rel. Great combo with the Seraphine ult as well. Human Bane's going to be taking down Danny Phantom. Bromstein going to be soon to follow. And Brutal Moose just not able to get anything going on this jungler. Which really stinks because as an Evelyn, if you're behind and you can't get a lead, it's not feeling great. He is going to get spotted out here. Good CC coming in from the Rel. Not sure if Human Bane can get the kill just yet. Oh, flash coming in from the Garen. Trying to do his best to get away. Simeon not going to be diving too far. JWM moving the bot lane. He is pretty large, so he might try and clean this up, but don't want him to forget that the bot lane of PSS is pretty large as well. So Ched is going to be dismounted. Soccer Ball just misses. But APM going to be going in. Not sure who he's going to be going after. It looks like melee, but the Chompers going to stun him up, making sure that he can't jump on Danny Phantom. Get the kill, but Human Bane going to be using the TP in the mid lane. And Danny Phantom should be falling right there. Flash coming through by the Pantheon to survive, but JWM going to get some damage down on to the Seraphine, and Brutal Moose going to take the kill. And Moss roam mid, making sure that this wave doesn't just go to waste. And Flash Q gonna come in, gonna take down the Jinx, gonna take down Bromstein. And JWM gonna use the Seraphine ultimate, but nothing really gonna come of it. 3K gold lead for the side of PSS. So let's just take a quick gander at the gold graph. It's all red, so it's not good if you are a not so free fan. Been red since minute number 1. Garen going to be going in onto the bot lane, making sure that they don't get this mid-tier 1 turret. Feats did go to the side of PSS. Seaman Moss going to pop the Swain ult. He's going to be able to get some good damage down onto Lynch Draco as well as Brutal Moose. Brutal Moose is going to be going down. Ched's going to use his ult to get in onto Bromstein. Bromstein's going to be stuck right there. Another kill going over to the Seraphine. This should be Rift Herald as well. TP by JWM into the bot lane. He knows his team can't fight for anything, so why not get some CS? Why not get a turret as well? Good play by him. Well, smart move on his behalf. Not sure if we can call it a play. Dragon number 3 in the game is going to be coming up in just 20 seconds. Simnamas does have teleport, so not sure if he's going to push. Looks like he's just going to recall. Chad's going to TP bot lane, make sure that JWM doesn't get more gold than he needs. And 6K gold lead. Going to be pretty difficult to overcome whenever this dragon starts up. And Jed's just going to... I don't know. That E went pretty darn far for JWM. Jed might be getting caught out here. Still can remount. Not sure if JWM is going to be ready for this. Pantheon ult going to be coming through. Millie ult going to cleanse that stun. But JWM not going to be able to get through. Instead, Lynch Draco is going to fall with him. Brutal Moose in the area, but nothing can happen from here. No way Brutal Moose dies. That'd be so sad. Steven Moss going to get the claw onto the Evelyn. Evelyn going to go down. Double kill for Steven Moss. And surely there should be a dragon, or maybe we're just going to be chasing more kills, because why not? And Bromstein is excited from that kill. Gonna get slowed up a little bit from the Swain. W Pantheon gonna get the root, but Bromstein, the flash away, still looking to be pretty fast. Not sure if she's gonna have chompers or not, but APM just able to bounce on top of the Jinx's head. Stab, 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 and down goes Powder. Meanwhile, all this happening, Swain and Rel doing their darndest just take 1,000 damage off this dragon. That I think they started like 30 seconds ago. See Moss just getting some damage down, making sure that Evelyn can't get into the pit. And dragon number 3. Going over to the side of PSS. Not sure why it's not registering in the HUD. But that is 3 dragons. And Garen is going to be split pushing in the top lane. Always try and go for counter objectives if you can. especially if you can't contest for the main one. But in top, all right, Chad's gonna be roaming down bot. Didn't want to go for the kill. Rel is gonna be spotted out, so Garen should be pretty safe here. I think Swain's gonna be checking all over for him with his W, but I don't know what Lentraco's doing right now. He is afraid. I mean, there is no real great vision top half of the map. He did see Rel walk up earlier, so maybe he's a little bit afraid. And I don't know, side PSS just doing what they have to do. Catch waves whenever you need to, wait for the next objective to come up in 4 minutes, and just get that Mountain Soul. And I think this is where Seaman Moss just annoys Lentraco to no end. Or it's where Pantheon comes in and makes this really difficult on Lentraco. Lentraco does have flash, does have phase rush. Swain's gonna pop his ulti. Not gonna be able to get any slows down, but good flash coming in from Lentraco to avoid some of the CC, but Seaman Moss just gonna follow that up. And Seaman Moss gonna get his 5th kill of the game, 5-1-5 on the Swain. Adicon is up and available. Bromstein's still just sitting at 1 item, while Human Bane's got 2. And your jungle had to flash away, so this should be free Adicon. If it's not, I'm not really sure what PSS is doing, other than just admiring the gold graph. So, yeah. PSS, all of this game, JWM doing whatever he can to try and give him a chance, but 3-2-1 might not be strong enough against this full just team comp meatball team comp. That's what I meant to say. I guess they both kind of work. Oh, that's what I'm here for, Nanya. Try to be as unbiased as possible. Adicon gonna be going over. Brutal Moose is gonna suffer a very brutal death, just like the one in The Last of Us Part 2. No spoilers. So yeah, I don't know, pretty decent gold lead for the side of PSS. Ched's not going to worry about any damage coming in from JWM, and this Rel, this Kled, this Pantheon are just going to do whatever they can to try and kill JWM. Stopwatch going to be coming through. It's not going to be saving his life. Ched can just dismount, but Bromstein just going to miss on the Zapper cable. And Seaman Moss doing whatever he can to annoy Lentraco. Wasn't ready for that blast cone there. PSS just going to be pushing mids and bot. Oh, don't worry, Will. It was for the game, maybe, which came out years ago. So statutes, limitations, and whatnot. Human Bane doing exactly what he can to stay alive and get out of there. I don't think he had too much to worry, but he is going to have to use the ultimate and his flash just to survive. And Seaman Moss wants to go and check a bush, and if there's no vision in a bush, there probably is a Garen. Seaman Moss going to pop his ultimate. Lentraco cannot get away. He is slowed for days. Seaman Moss, not sure if he's going to get one. He will be able to take down the Garen. Team fight of the game going to be coming through. 8 PM going to get a kill onto Bromstein. Seraphine going to be getting a kill. Rel getting the 2nd kill of the game. Make that 2 kills. Double kill coming in for the Pantheon. That should be game. Whole team ace for PSS. 1 turret going down, 1 inhibitor. We still got 14 seconds before Emilio can spawn and do anything about this, but I don't think Emilio can. She can kick a few people, but not going to be enough. And PSS going to be getting their first win of the entire first series win of the season against the #1 seed. Not so free, but before that happens, Lentraco going to get a takedown onto Human Bane, make sure that he knows and respects Demacia. So There we go. Pyro sloppy seconds finally doing what they can. Match has now ended. Yeah, that's all that we got. 2 good games coming in from PSS. Game number 1, for those of you that missed it, it was actually a banger. It went, how long? 35 minutes. Pretty even game most of the way. Some gold leads here and there, but that's about that. Next game in Beer League coming up in 1 hour, just under an hour. Hope to see you there. I won't be there because I'm going to be busy, but hopefully we've got a caster or 2 that can make it possible. And hopefully we'll be able to watch. I forget who's playing. We Scale, Don't Worry, and Waifu Rollers? Could be wrong. There's a good chance I'm wrong. Let me go and check this out. Game schedule. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no. We Scale, Don't Worry against NA. So both teams battling just for respect right now, because their side of the bracket is already wrapped up. But no, that's fair. That's fair. Let Shay go. GG's. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you're back in 50 minutes and someone's streaming that game, because otherwise that kind of sucks. So, also this is a final week of regular season, so next week starts playoffs with top 4 teams. So best of luck and goodbye.